What's up, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm back with yet another hot XRP jam, so you better buckle up. Looking into some of the headlines today, we can see that governments and banks are now getting into crypto, which is incredible to hear. While we're still at it, we got some shreds of evidence of this happening right now. More into that, we will look into the Fed digital dollar and the XRP price movements in 2021. We can all agree it hasn't been easy to accumulate that 620.5% rise. However, we have had a short flash crash down to the $1.30 range. I really don't know what in the world is happening with XRP, but well, I guess there's only one way to find out. As always, welcome back to Moneyside, your favorite crypto news channel. If you are new here, welcome to the XRP gang. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on our daily crypto news updates. Thanks to the SEC's intimidation tactics, we are currently sitting slightly above the $1.45 mark with the 1.437 to 1.539 day range. Don't fret, we will get into that shortly. But in the meantime, let's get started with our day's news. Shall we? Going over to Twitter, we can see that @Val5Links points out that the Swiss multinational investment bank and financial services company UBS Group AG is reportedly exploring multiple ways to bring crypto investments to its wealthy clients. Well, guys, this is just how it works. What can we say? The wealthiest clients are always the first to get things. And what we are seeing here is a traditional investment bank, just like JP Morgan, getting into crypto, and they are kickstarting this journey by offering their tips to the wealthiest clients. It's incredible to see such an adoption. I think it's time the traditional banks are realizing if they don't adopt crypto, and they will watch some of their wealthiest clients rush to crypto exchanges to get what they want. That's why we are likely to see more governments and banks jump into this ship. This is such a big event and might be marking the beginning of something even more remarkable. In line with that, we are also seeing that Nebraska lawmakers are moving forward with an initiative that will allow the state banks to offer cryptocurrency services. I must admit, this is a big deal for the crypto world, as soon as we're about to see if more states fall in this line. Once more banks realize this, we will witness the actual competition. Even better, we will see these traditional banks get involved in crypto offerings and custody. Ripple has released their 2021 first quarter report, and it's showing a solid performance. The report indicates that XRP sales have been up by up to 100% compared to the previous quarter's sales. What's more, the report is showing accumulation from the whale wallets despite the ongoing SEC lawsuit. All in all, there's been a significant oddity that prominent journalists are starting to pick up on. An article published on CryptoSlate.com states that one of the oddities that soon emerged was the resignation of Jay Clayton as SEC chair the day after bringing charges. The circumstances triggered some to consider whether ulterior motives for bringing the case were at play. Further, the article went ahead to say that a critical component of Ripple's defense is its assumption that XRP is the same from a securities point of view, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which the SEC deems non-securities. However, the SEC says Ripple was wrong to make that assumption. This information might not be anything new, but the New York Times piece details the scale of a revolving door appointment, which sees many former public officials, not just Clayton, end up landing some senior industry posts. The real question here is, are these former politicians and civil servants doing what they do, or is something more insidious at play? Now let's change gears a little and look at the XRP price movements. According to another tweet by @Val5Links, XRP increased by 32,943% in 2017, decreased by 82% in 2018, then so far in 2021, it has moved upwards by 625%. So regardless of our current price at $1.46 this year alone, the price of XRP has moved 620.5%. There have been some massive gains on the asset, regardless of the SEC lawsuit. While the SEC case is currently leaning in favor of Ripple, it's a bit worrying to see such price clashes, especially when XRP touched the 0.321 level, especially now that we are in the unknown field. And we can't be too sure what Gary Gensler is holding in stock for us regarding the crypto regulations. On Twitter, we can see that @DefendDark, who has also been a fantastic chart analyst, said that 321, this was the most dreadful scene that I have ever faced live in crypto. Nobody shared yet. Maybe I'm having another glitch or something. Look exactly where XRP has touched. 0.321. Amazing, really. That's why I always say day trading is a huge risk. Further, at Defend Dark says, many say it was a glitch. I don't think so. A huge amount of XRP is definitely changing hands. Look just exactly where it had stopped at 0.321. Coincidence? Of course, no. Let's ask, is this related to the 10 billion glitch a few days ago? This sudden flash crash in XRP gets you wondering, what is really happening? Nonetheless, there was an ABC correction, and despite the flash crash, XRP has managed to stay above the $1.33 level. I guess from now on, we have to keep a close eye on XRP. Now let's dive into the technical analysis of XRP. We're looking at the 12-hour time frame perspectives. XRP has managed so far to hold its structure and has now established this main ascending channel formation marked in my chart with the black boundaries. Within this channel, XRP has the coherent wave count with the major wave C about to form within the next times. This wave C will move on to test the remaining resistances XRP still has in the structure, where a pullback from the resistance cluster is highly likely. When this pullback exaggerates and moves on to possibly mark below the lower boundary of the channel formation, this will complete it as a bear flag, and XRP will move on for further continuations. If we look at the 4-hour time frame, after finishing an aggressive 5-wave move down for wave 1 of the pending C wave, bulls are hoping to break past the higher resistance level as price prepares to make a return to the level of $1.60 to $1.70. Currently developing a 535 zigzag correction, we can expect a wave to form as a leading diagonal, the first green wave structure. The retracement from this formation calls for a 78.6% drop on average to the range of $1.20 to $1.30. From $1.20 to $1.30, the XRP army will find faith again in the up move. The big test is approaching at the $1.60 to $1.70 range, and the XRP army prepping for a return to the $1.70 range. So XRP has set up a symmetric pennant that conveniently lies between two major price milestones. Measured moves from a break, up or down, take us to these levels, and it is really hard to tell in the near term how this may go. I am not trading this pattern. Both scenarios look plausible, and the triangle hasn't been verified yet. Holding that I got, waiting patiently. Long term, I am still very bullish, and my prior price targets of $11.25 to $17 still hold. Best wishes to everyone. Trade safely, my friends. Please keep in mind, we are not a licensed financial advisor. All the videos on this channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, and let's have a conversation. Thank you very much as always for watching. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like the video and to click on the subscribe button below. Make sure you turn on notifications so you're informed whenever we post our amazing content. And we'll look forward to seeing you in our next video.